much. Kindly take your seats. Dr. Mary Ann Papika, our Public School District Supervisor of the Naga North District, Mr. Erwin de los Reyes, our School Principal, Ma'am Teresita Arlante, our Senior High School Coordinator, dear parents, guests, and of course, our dear graduates, marhay na hapon sa Indugabos. I have always held this school in very high regard. When my husband died unexpectedly 11 years ago, Naga City Science High School was a great source of comfort and support, especially for my then 12-year-old Jillian, who was a first-year student here at that time. Seeing how you all banded together, sharing in our family's grief, and doing your utmost to console a young girl who had just lost her father, impressed upon me the kind of community Naga Science fosters among its students, faculty, and staff. I also know how rigorous a science high school training can get. Apart from the usual demands of secondary education, science high students are also subject to higher standards than most. Bistado ka mo bilang matatali asin matitibay. And so you are expected to always go beyond all your capacities. You are taught to be keenly aware of the world around you, to interrogate it, all in the hopes of making it better. This, after all, is what science offers us. A way to ask questions, a way of finding out in a manner that enriches the communities we belong to and deepens the collective knowledge of humanity. This training of approaching the unknown with curiosity and rigor, of grit and relentlessness, and excitement over the act of finding out, will come in handy as you embark on the next chapter of your lives. College will be marked by choices that will impact the rest of your lives. Choices that will have accompanying responsibilities. Choices you will have to constantly reevaluate to know if it is truly the best path for you. You will encounter many problems whose solutions require you to think beyond established methodologies. It entails diving deeper into questions that will not necessarily and immediately have answers. Questions such as, where should you begin? Or what comes next? Or how you'll be supposed to help bring order to a world that clearly needs fixing. There are no easy answers to these questions. Some of your peers will go through the motions of their life unaware that such questions even exist, and that the reflection that comes along with it is what allows us to progress and mature and be more present in this world. The point, therefore, is in the asking, and it is in mindfully trying to respond. This is exactly what your science high school education teaches you. Beyond the skills and knowledge that you learned over the course of the last few years of your high school life, you've been trained to think critically, to take a step back and see the context behind every story, every situation, every action, to see the bigger picture, to dig deeper and uncover our own motivations, and in doing so, clarify our own horizons and chart our way towards them. Beyond this, you have also been taught the value of community, of putting heads together in search of the best answers and solutions, of finding comfort in the knowledge that you are not alone. Where to start or what comes next are questions that bind you with others who share your uncertainty. And so you begin by taking steps forward together and by figuring things out together, by working on fixing things together. Because while the work ahead is sure to be long and tedious, know that there are so many of you ready to take on the mantle of service. You are future scientists, teachers, and civil servants. You are future captains of your own industries, paving the path towards an equitable and more sustainable society. You are the future leaders who embody the school's motto of service to God and man. As long as each of you find the places where you best serve yourselves and your fellow Filipinos, and as long as you serve with the excellence, integrity, and moral and social responsibility that is characteristic of Naga City Science graduates, you will have done your part in responding, not only to the questions you pose of yourselves, but most importantly, to the call of our times. I have no doubt that you will all go on to become understanding people in your chosen fields of study. So my hope for all of you now, do not allow yourselves to fall into apathy. In the coming years, you will learn truths about our world, our systems, our society. Some of these truths will be uncomfortable, but they will spark in you a desire to change things for the better. And I tell you now, you can and will do so. Remember that changing things for the better does not always have to be a grand gesture. Some of the biggest changes we can effect come from things you are already doing. Things like the smallest everyday efforts at being kinder and fairer and more welcoming of others. Those who try to tell you that caring is futile and that trying to build a better nation is a pointless endeavor, those who try to discourage and disillusion you, they are mistaken. Know that you are capable of much greater heights than you can imagine, as long as you work together in pursuit of your shared horizon. And know that we all look forward to seeing you reach those heights. When the school was first established in 1993, it sought to create a learning environment that fostered intellectual curiosity and nurtured every student's innate desire to figure out things and why things work the way they do. 30 years later, it is clear to me that this institution has stayed true to its mandate. Looking at all of you today, hearing about your accomplishments, and learning about how you flourished despite the challenges of the last few years, I am filled with deep sense of pride and joy and hope. Gabus kamong yaon digdingon yan, gabus kami, nakaibanan nindo, proud na proud kami sa indo. Cherish this milestone and celebrate it with the people who supported you along the way. Trust in your abilities, embrace new opportunities, and face the future with confidence. We all look forward to witnessing your continued success. So congratulations, Batch 2023. Diyos mabalos asin mabuhay kamugabos. All hail Naga City Science High School.